arts is a massive part of Carnival. It started out as an art space event with some very, very talented young women who made the event, the costumes, the artists, the backdrop to the event, the colour and, the vibrancy of the event. And they put in hours and hours and hours and hours of work. And their work was outstanding. I don't think they ever really got the recognition for that work. It actually makes me feel quite emotional when I think of the kind of work. And I'm just thinking of some of the people that, the odd people, the odd individuals that I saw work their socks off to make it like swans pedaling under the water to make that event on the surface as a brilliant event.
I was part of forming a female arts organisation in this city. The Cultural Sisters, who worked with people, and one of the first people that we went to work with and got some funding to work with was Nausicaa, and to do a Caribbean carnival. And we went and got to know everyone, ate food, good food, and started to make some big costumes. We pulled in a big company from down south, and they helped to start it off as well. And then we made some massive costumes and some really huge costumes, and people from Nausicaa would wear those costumes and parade down the streets, Hanley itself.
Yes, I do remember it. The very first carnival, we had a float procession outside the local museum in Hanley. And we travelled through the Hanley town centre up to Cobridge Road in a float procession, music procession. Me and a friend of mine, a gentleman called Mr. Vin Simpson, we were actually at the front, high vis and all, sort of leading the parade behind the Carnival King and Queen. And the crowds that came out, the sides of the street, because it was the very first one, it was absolutely fantastic. And that was the first time that anybody in Stoke-on-Trent had seen anything Caribbean on that scale and that nature, and it was fantastic.
I think clothing, for me, clothing and costume is massive in my world of art and life as well. And I think it represents so much for people, like how you dress, how you're wearing, and the more flamboyant you can get, and the bigger it's the presence and the fabulousness of all that. We were artists. We weren't costume makers as such, but we all had an interest in that kind of like fabric and wearing and clothing. And so when we went to Carnival, and we can see what Carnival costumes are all about and how big they can get and how they can shake and move, but just with one tiny person in the middle, and then making this huge costumes that are really kind of like wowing people. That's what the costumes do as well. They give people like a sense of awe, which is really good for us to see. I just think that's enormous for Carnival.
I just think it's just a way of everyone expressing themselves. You have different designers making different costumes, interpreting in different ways. So it's the vibrant colours, and anyone from any background can honestly say they just love seeing the different costume, the vibrant colours, the way it brings people together, the music. So the parade is really important, because for people who just can't go to the carnival itself, but to see people parade around the area, they get to see a little bit of what we have to offer from the Caribbean and what our culture actually brings to the city as well. Oh, the costumes, there were so many different ones. Again, it's not the usual parade you'll get in the Caribbean, but to see so many people come together, so many different costumes from everyone's background is what made it so special, because they made it their own. And that is why I really loved about the parade as well. Even though we have our own culture in the Caribbean, Stoke is where we live as well. So we wanted to inject our culture and Stoke culture and bring it all to infuse it together, if we'd like to say, as one carnival, like bringing two cultures together, which was amazing. We have our Stokey culture and the Caribbean culture. Imagine both of those come together on the parade, dancing, laughing, having fun, amazing costume. There could be nothing more exciting than that.
I just like being in that parade. It doesn't matter where I am in that parade, I just like being in that parade. And in a costume specifically, I like being in whatever it is that I have, like feeling special, feeling great. And the crowds make you feel amazing. They're really so appreciative. Everyone could be in the parade if they wanted, really. Get in the parade, get in, get clothes on, get in. It's just such a brilliant thing to do.